Hey folks, Ben from Smoking Hot Confessions here. I'm at beautiful downtown Hammond in Louisiana for the Hammond BBQ Challenge. And taking a bit of time out from his busy schedule to talk to me is Darren from Iowa Smokey D's Barbecue. One of the biggest names I've ever heard of in the scene. Mate, thank you for taking the time to talk to me. How's the competition been for you?
It's good, Going well this morning.
I got to admit, I'm a little bit fanboy today. I'm a little bit starstruck. I was one of the invitational teams that came out to compete at the Houston World Barbecue Championship last year.
Okay.
And your trailer, I remember your trailer was next door to us in the Masters area.
Yeah.
And I was too shy to come up and say hello, but mate, it's good to meet you.
Yeah.
So I really do appreciate your time. So coming from Iowa then, what sort of flavours are you bringing from Iowa to this Louisiana barbecue competition?
You know, we're taking the same flavors we take anywhere around the country. You know, we really don't change anything, whether we're in Florida, whether we're in Louisiana, whether we're in upper Wisconsin. Doesn't matter. We really don't change anything. You know, I always say good barbecue is good barbecue no matter where you cook it.
Fair enough, that is true. And do you spend most of your time doing KCBS competitions, or do you go into the other organisations?
Yeah, well, we do mostly KCBS. We do FBA, the Florida Barbecue. We've done a couple of those. We've done some IBCA, you know, down in Texas. So it's a lot of fun. We just like to cook. So,
how are the different organisations different?
Well, I mean, IBCA, you're dealing with cooking half chickens, ribs, and brisket, so there's no pork involved. KCBS, you're dealing with chicken, ribs, pork, and brisket, but you're dealing with garnish in the box and only 6 pieces, you know, minimum in the box. FBA, same kind of a mix of the two. No garnish, but 10 pieces in the box.
10 pieces? Wow, that's interesting. Is that because there's 10 judges on the table, or just because they just want 10?
That's just the way they do it. I don't think there's 10 judges. I think they just do it with 10.
Must be just to feed the officials afterwards.
I guess. But it's a lot of fun. Same concept, though.
Yeah. So did you make it back to Houston this year?
We were back on Champions Corner again. We won the Royal last October, which threw us back into Houston.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, we didn't make a final this year, but, you know, it was still a lot of fun. As you can attest, Houston's the best party on the planet.
Oh, it is, man. It was wild. I was there. It was 125,000 people on the Saturday night when I was there.
Yeah, it's crazy. I usually measure it in the cases of beer. I think they sell like 50-some thousand cases of beer.
Yeah, definitely. So can you tell me a little bit about what you're cooking on this weekend?
So I'm cooking on a Jambo pit. You know, so we've got the, you know, chickens still sitting in the refrigerator. Our ribs are here cooking away. The pork and brisket's already wrapped, just waiting for it to finish.
And what sort of temperatures do you run it at? Like, do you cook everything at one temperature in the Jambo, or do you have different?
No, we do. We run everything at 275 to 300 degrees. It really depends where the pit wants to run today. You know, I try not to stifle it down. But most of the time that's going to lay between 275 and 300 degrees.
Oh, interesting. Cool. So what do you like most about the Jambo?
Well, it's simplistic. You know, there's no electronics. Nothing's ever going to go wrong. If you lose your coal base and lose your fire, it's real easy. You build another fire and off you go again. So it's not like you have a control board that goes out or something, you know, and the beauty of the Jambo is, you know, when you cook on it, you have the ability to raise that temperature or lower that temperature, you know, 50 degrees in a matter of minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. It doesn't really hold the heat in the chamber. It's all about moving air through the chamber. You know, so it's you can make a lot of adjustments. Let's say you're running behind. I can crank that up real quick, but then I can lower it right back down.
So it's got excellent draft then is probably the key to it.
Yeah, it's all about the airflow in the Jambo.
So good. Look, one more thing that I want to talk about. I'm really impressed with all these different trailers and things here. Like our game in Australia, there's only, I think, one team, maybe two, that's got anything remotely close to these. So can you tell me a little bit about what's behind these big red walls?
Well, you know, I mean, we've got, you know, we do this 35 to 40 times a year. So we say if you're going to do that, you got to be comfortable doing it. You can't be unloading trailers and easy up tents and things. So, you know, our setup really consists of, you know, taking the wood out of the back of the trailer. You know, the Jambo's already back there. We roll out the awning. We're really ready to go. So it's all about, you know, we've got living quarters up there because you got to be comfortable. You got to get good sleep if you're going to compete good. You know, you want to have a prep area with a kitchen and then the smoker back here.
Lovely, man. I love the sound of that. So what advice do you think that you'd have for competitors in the scene?
You know, I mean, just competitors. Most people want to know flavor profile and everything. It's really a tenderness game. It doesn't matter what you put on the meat. You know, it really doesn't matter. You don't want to offend any judge. most people miss the tenderness, you know, and it's a tenderness game. If you cook tender meat and you're consistent about it, you're going to win.
Mate, wise words. Thank you so much for your time. I realise that you got to get back to it today. I appreciate you taking time out to talk to me, and thank you very much.
All right, it was fun.